welcome. What's good, my people? How are you? How are you? How are you feeling? How's your spirit? How you holding up? How'd you sleep? How did you rise? Today, I wanted to talk about, how I really found my spirituality and how it really helped me take life to a different level. Because taking life to a different level, it takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of mental stability. And I didn't grow up with a mental stability, none of that stable shit. I come from a single family, single mom, uh, food stamps, you name it, we ain't have it. And it took a while for me to figure out who I was because I was lost out here in this world, lost out here in these streets. I didn't know who my father was for a long time. I just met him when I was about 30. I think like 30, 33 or something like that. 33 is a good year for some people. Uh, but I've always looked up to the stars, looked up to the sun and the moon, and said to myself, there's got to be something bigger out there. There's got to be something bigger for me. I was born with a last name that I felt like that was big enough for me to be like, I gotta follow these steps because life is about patterns and numbers and stuff like that. And my birthday is 222. So I like sequential numbers like that. I always follow certain patterns and numbers. So what does that mean to me, and what should that mean to you when you're trying to find out more about yourself and really listening to that voice inside of you that says, yo, you are somebody and you're not lost. And don't be out here thinking like, oh, yo, I got nothing else to live for. All my dreams have failed and all of that fucking bullshit that people just throw out into the universe. Giving up. To give up on life or to give up on your dreams is really to give up on life. God really gave us this life to, first of all, be fruitful. Second of all, to be imaginative and put your ideas out there so that way other people can explore those ideas. And then hopefully we can build bridges together and build businesses and build. Life is about building. It's a lot of hate going on. But I was reading a book called Four Magic Words. And in those magic words, it was hate. Hate is a magic word, but hate is a negative thought. And a negative thought is only something that we grasp on and accept it. If we accept this negative thought, that negative thought becomes evil. That negative thought becomes bad luck. That negative thought becomes I'm having a bad day. Oh, this shit ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? Oh, what's the worst that can happen? And sometimes we hear another voice that says, yo, you can do it. This is your life. This is your world. But if that other voice is just really holding on, saying, yo, listen, man, you can't do shit. You can't do shit. Your life ain't shit. This is what you're supposed to do. Go to work, live your life. This is how you're going to live your life. I'll give you 2 days off to fuck off your life. And then, go back to work. I'm happy that my spirit well, I can't even say my spirit, my soul, because, we have our soul. Our soul is with us 24/7. Spirits come and go. That's why you hear people, they got, multiple personalities and shit like that. Spirits come and go, man, and you just got to know where you at in life. Your soul is you. Some people feel like they are not themselves without being intoxicated. You got to be high, you got to be drunk, you got to be linked out, you got to be whatever. But that's not your soul, that's a spirit inside of you that you're feeding. The soul is that person so the soul is one. Who is one in itself? One is self. It's weird, but that's exactly what it is. Because there's no such thing as I. Just like they say there's no such thing as I in team. There's really no such thing as I. To be I is to be here. Where is here? Where do you want to be? One has to know self. And that's why they say self-knowledge is the best knowledge, or self-hate is the worst hate. And that takes me back to those negative thoughts and you accept the negative thoughts. If you accept negative thoughts, you're going to go down the wrong road and it's going to lead you nowhere. It's hard to stay positive. We all know when people ask you, oh, how you feeling? You say good. You know, good is a low vibration. You want to stay high. So when people ask me, yo, Job Money, how you feeling? I feel great. I feel great because you got to psych the body out. You got to psych out the mind. You got to let the brain know that you're doing something. You are doing it. Not you will, not you hope, but you are. You are somebody. You should love yourself. You know, in my last video, I asked people, you know, give me 5 things that you love. If you can explain them to me, you know, that'd be cool. But 5 things that you love, and out of those 5 things, how many of those things are yourself? It's hard for people to say that they love themselves out of those 5 things because they want so many other things. But what about you? You got to put yourself first, second, third, and fourth, and then everything else comes. You know what I mean? Because you are God. So you can't say, I got to put God first. God is in you every single day. He wants you to prosper. He wants you to move forward, you know? And that's why I was so happy when I found Santo, you know? That's the Afro-Cuban side of it. You know, they call it Santeria. But I was so happy when I found Santo because I've been baptized as a Christian or Pentecostal, and we did some Catholic stuff, you know, because I said I was with a single mom. So she didn't really have me too much. She was young and she had to make moves, and she dropped me off and I went with a family, and I just learned a lot. You know, I went back with my grandmother, and she was Islam till I die type shit. You know what I mean? That's why my name is Jalil Daoud. You know, if you didn't know, that means majestic light. Those are attributes of Allah, and that's a gift from God right there. You know, Jalil Daoud. Now it takes me back to the spirit. You know, following who I should be and where I should go. You know, and it actually led me to a botanica. You know, I was making moves. It was my birthday, 2/22, and on these days I usually get reading, some type of reading, whether it's a palm reading or tarot card reading. You know, but I never ever had got the reading that I had got when I pulled up to this botanica. You know, and I had just finished having dinner with my family, and I was going home. You know, I just finished dropping my daughter off. Boom, boom, boom. I'm walking, and I just smell sage. And I love the smell of sage. If you don't know, you know what I mean? If you heard this story, it's crazy. But I love the smell of sage. And it took me down a road that I don't usually go, but it was a road that I should go because it was on my way home. And when I was living in New York, I walked everywhere, you know, and it was crazy. I was walking, and it was like, yo, I got to keep following this smell. And you know how, like, when you're walking past a street or you're walking past a house, you smell that fresh laundry smell. It's just like, somebody's doing laundry. Yeah, well, that's the smell I smell with sage. I was like, and it was getting kind of late anyway, but I was like, yo, I got to get this reading because I like to know what the hell's going to go on through the year. So, make a long story even longer, I make it to the spot, and it's a pizza shop, you know. And in this pizza shop, there was nothing but statues of Indians and other Catholic statues and Jesus and all of that. But to come to find out, I keep walking around the corner, some more statues, keep walking. It's not a pizza shop, it's a botanica. You know what I mean? A botanica is a place where you can go and get readings, you can go get oils, you can go get these beads, you can go get all types of things, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, all right, cool. Where's this place? Can I get a reading here? What kind of readings do you guys do here? She's like, oh, we read with the shells. I'm like, oh, I never got a reading like that before, so that's pretty dope. Let's get into it. She's like, oh, you want to make an appointment? I'm like, oh, I got to make an appointment. It's my birthday. How long is it going to be? She was like, oh, you just stick around and wait. I'm like, man, I got to stick around and wait. Like I just said, it's my birthday. I don't really want to be in here too long. How long? She was like, well, I could get you in here probably by like 3. So it's 2:15. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. It was really nobody else on the line. Nobody else was there. She was like, these other people canceled. So my madrina should be here shortly. I'm like, all right, cool. Rewind. I be having dreams and shit like that. And sometimes I see stuff. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I be high. Sometimes I don't. But I be having a lot of deja vu moments where I be like, yo, I've really been here before. I've really seen this before. And that's what I mean when I say, yo, my soul and my spirits be around and they be connecting and they really come through in my dreams and they just let me know what the hell's going on. Sometimes it's too late and sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, that really happened before. So anyway, I'm like, yo, I've been here before. You ever had that deja vu moment? She's like, yeah, I get it all the time. I'm like, all right. Was this lady, I described her, a lady with perfect eyebrows, you know, tattoos on the chest and everything like that. So she smiles. She's like, yeah, you should just have a seat and wait. So I'm like, is that what she looked like? She was like, it's a possibility, but you know what? I got the signal. I got a feeling that you're supposed to be here, and you're gonna go far in this religion. Like, I'm gonna go far in this religion. I'm like, you already about to scam me. Here we go. That's it. I don't got no extra money. Just like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't got no extra money. So she's like, yeah, you definitely supposed to be here. And I'm just looking around now, looking at candles, I'm looking at oils, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. I'm like, I've been here before, but I just don't know. But I've been to a botanica before when I was younger. I was trying to find these beads, and I wound up walking past this African spot, and I guess that was Ifa, Ifa spot, and he just basically dipped his hand in some water, did this, and was like, all right, you blessed. I was so happy because I really wanted these beads growing up. Because growing up, these beads was like, oh, so blessed, don't touch. You know what I mean? But now I'm a little smarter. I learned, hey, these beads are deeper than just beads. These are elements of the world. These Orisha walk with us every single day. And it's up to us to tap in to figure out who is walking with you, who owns your head, which means your crown, your Ori, and what are you going to do to move forward? You know what I mean? How can you really learn this life uh, the correct way? Because once you learn and if you do some stupid shit, then it's on you. So as they say, if you know better, you do better. And you learn some of this stuff when you get your itas. You go through like 2 or 3 itas after certain ceremonies. It's at the end. They let you know a path. And sometimes when you receive a santo, or an Orisha, sometimes they got messages for you too, and that's pretty dope. And this religion is not cheap. Just to let you know, it's not cheap. It's not even a game. It's real deal. I'm really gonna take this to another level. As she told me, when I first got started, probably about 12 years ago. I just got crowned 3 years ago, and I just completed. I've just completed probably like 2 years ago all the ceremonies to become a santero, or a crowned Orisha. Because it takes time and it takes money and discipline too. You got to be on point, man. And I just want to say that I love it, and I had faith from the beginning. I just kept saying, yo, I'm going to do Santo, or I'm going to do this ceremony, or I'm going to receive this Orisha. And I just didn't know where it was going to come from, but I just said, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? In the morning, I prayed to the sun, and then at night, I prayed to the moon. And I just let them know, listen, if you need me, I'm here. I go to the trees, I go to the river, I go all of these places just to give thanks and let them know that I am here. I am part of your element. You are part of my element. This is my universe, and this is what we're supposed to be doing. I want to heal as many people as I can because I come from I felt like a lost home. And I know what it is like to have a father. I know what it is to feel like you got to be the man in the house. I know what it is to have to do what you got to do to get this money. You know what I mean? Hustling, hand to hand. You do what you got to do out there. You know what I mean? I don't mean selling your ass, but if it pays the bills, you got to do what you got to do, man. And just keep your soul tight and close as possible. Don't give up on yourself. John Money believes in you. I love you, man. And all my followers out there that's just out there holding it down. We're gonna do even bigger things. I want you to learn as much as you can about yourself. I want you to learn as much as you can about spirituality, from, as they say in layman's terms, or just somebody who's just like you. It's possible. Anything is possible. You know what I mean? To get this Ide crown, you know, you went through it, you did it. You know what I mean? It ain't cheap. This is like to get the whole ceremonies done to become a santero. I'm gonna say it's like the price of a house. I could have bought a house, you know what I mean, or at least had a decent down payment with a couple years of the mortgage paid off, you know, because it's like these are the steps that you make, so that way in the long term you'll be able to help others, and they're gonna bring that back to you. You know what I mean? I'm doing all of this from the kindness of my heart because I love my people, I love myself, and I know this universe is bigger than me. You know, and God has helped us. You know, I don't want to say I'm a prophet or nothing like that, but if I can touch your shoulder and it helps you, you know, get through the day or get through the week, or if I give you a cut and it helps, you know, you shed off some of that negativity or whatever, because that's why I feel like I became a barber. You know, I help and cleanse people just by haircuts alone. Haircuts, you know. I smoke bud, you know what I mean? And my clients smoke bud, and that's always good. That helps out. You know, that's healing. That's why we got smokewithme.com. You know, smokewithme.com is really a community of smokers that's from all across the globe. And all we do is smoke bud and build and build and build on this community on how we're going to create wealth for our families, how we're going to create more food for our stomachs. Because, you know, when you smoke, you got to eat, you got to have bread, you know, and we just want to build. No lacking and no slacking. You know, we need soldiers, of course. We need brains. We need people with a lot of ambition. I'm building a street team. You know, we're gonna be spiritual leaders and we're gonna be high smokers. You know, that's it. On the high end side too. You know, if you want to take your life to the next level, hit me up. You know, if you need any conversation about who you are or damn, yo, how did it feel when you first met your father and all of this crazy shit? Yo, when I first met my father, I cried. I cried. All I needed was that hug. You know, that was the only time I ever met him. I met him one time, and now we talk on Instagram and shit like that, or Facebook. But shout out to Facebook too. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to them for actually connecting the world, honestly, because you got to think there's so many people that you probably don't even know out there, and they was looking for you, or vice versa. Took a name, they just got the profile up, and now you met them, and oh, that's your cousin. Yo, I found my sister. You know, so many people on Facebook are being reunited. It's crazy. Um, yeah, I just follow the vibration of life. You know, and that's basically how I became a santero. That's basically how I found Santeria. I'd never been to Ifa, to hand the Ifa, or had an Ifa reading. I don't think it's necessary right now because I wasn't told I had to go. You know, maybe I should have went that route first. Who knows? But I don't know. I don't really know the difference. You know, they're saying it's man and woman, masculine and feminine energy, but it is what it is. And it's wherever you go. It's wherever your heart goes. You gotta listen to that because that's where God is at. God is right here pumping. And if you don't listen to that, you're gonna die. And without it, you die anyway. So keep your head up. Believe in yourself. Pray to yourself. To yourself. Let self knows that. Let self know that you love it. I love you. I love you. I need you. I can't move without you. And we're going places. We're going places. You know, every time you share, you like, and you subscribe to any one of my videos, you want to build. You also feel my spirit. You also feel my energy. You also feel that love. You know, so if you're an only child like how I am, you know, on my mother's side, I'm your brother now. We brothers. We brothers. And listen, it's no getting away from it. It's no stopping it. You know, we brothers. And I just want you to enjoy what we got to talk about. You know, I'm always going to go live because I don't really know how to set up anything else but saying live. This is what I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about spirituality. I want to talk about how I found Santo. And now I'm going to start talking about, you know, other things in Santo. So that way, maybe if you want to try it, if you want to get into the tradition of our ancestors and learn further on about who you are and where we come from and the powers that we can hold, because we are very powerful. Now it's time to harness it and put it in a good perspective and make shit happen for you and your family. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's not about killing kids and all of that stuff like that. Whatever you heard, it's not demonic. It's not to harm anybody. There are mean people everywhere. You know what I mean? Just like they said, there are hoods in every neighborhood. Listen, it's up to you. It's up to you to change it. And right now, my goal is to build the community of God's chosen few, bring us all together. Let's smoke however we're going to smoke. Let's just enjoy life as much as possible. Um, let's build. Let's build. If you like anything that you heard so far, let me get a like. Thumbs up, because I'm here for you. You know, and at the end of the day, all we got is us. And in your money, you should trust, because your secrets is safe with me. You know, safe with me. Anything you want to talk about, anything you need to get off your chest, you want to set up an appointment for a haircut or something like that, hit me up, smokingme.com. Leave an email. Uh, Follow me on IG, Smoke with Me 222, or Job Money, on IG. Uh, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. Big brother, little brother, whatever you need, whatever you want. Let's work it out. You know, let's show some love and support for one another. Let's stop the negativity. Let's stop the hate. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward. They want us all moving backwards. They don't want us believing in each other. They don't want us believing in ourselves. That's why they're trying to make everybody high. They want everybody high. I love getting high. Don't get me wrong. I love smoking bud, but some people are just getting high to the max and they're just doing too much. Too much. Too much. You know what I mean? These pills are out of control. These perks are out of control. This lean is out of control. You know what I mean? These people are dying. These rappers are dying, and it's out of control. I don't want to put out no mixtapes. Nah. I want to help heal your soul. I want to help bring you to the promised land. I want to help you learn something else other than that. Help you believe in yourself. Because, there's more to life than what they're trying to promote. It's crazy what they're trying to promote, but it's definitely more than life to that. Yeah, John Money, you already know the merch is on deck. SmokeMe.com. Go all the way down to the bottom. Click merch. And I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, please share this as many times as you can. If you missed something, click back. Like this at least 10 times. Watch this again 10 times. Because you got to know that somebody believes in you. And I want you to take this and look yourself in the mirror and say, I believe in me. I believe in you. I believe in me. I believe in you. And I love you. And take your time. And don't get scammed out there. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people walking around with these that ain't official. You know what I mean? And even so, I'm not supposed to have all of these on like this. See that? It looked like, oh, it's crazy. No, it's just a few extra ones that I like to have, but you're really only supposed to have five. Five strong ones. When you do Santo, you get five, and then you get your long Santo on. But me doing a lot of crazy stuff and moving back and forth, they pop and they break. When they pick up stuff, they break. I think this is the only one I have left from when I actually did Santo. That's my Elegua. Elegua walks with me and he loves me because he opens up doors. And eventually he'll open up the door for you. But you gotta receive him. You gotta receive Elegua first. Peace and blessings. Pray for you. God, my holy, my everything. Please watch over my crew, my subscribers. We need you. There's a lot of bullshit going on, and they're trying to stop us from succeeding. But only you can open up the doors. Only you can stop all of that. Stop them right in their tracks. So that way we can move forward. So that way we can succeed. so that way we can be healthy, so that way we can show the love that you show us every single day. In God we trust. Amen. Peace.